Dabo! The name of the game in this video. Literally. This game is one of several gambling games that are played all throughout the alpha and probably beta quadrants. The game was created by the Ferengi, no surprises there, and Dabo tables were located in almost any recreational establishment that had a passing connection to them. However, it was not limited to just a Ferengi game. I feel I should put a disclaimer here that this is a fictional game with fictional currency, but gambling is a very real thing and laws on it differ worldwide. It can be fun and a frivolous pastime, but equally there are very real issues around it which cause a myriad of problems. Also, don't forget the Federation citizens don't have to worry about living expenses unlike real people, so with that said, let's take a look at the game. In essence, a game of Dabo was similar to roulette in that a wager was made prior to seeing results of a spinning wheel, and then either a payout was due or you lose. The game itself saw participants standing around a wheel which had 3 revolving rings adorned with coloured symbols, the innermost of which was a dull red. Outside the rings were lights that indicated the status of bets from the players. Then the wheels were spun, coming to a rest on a result. Traditionally, Dabo was shouted when a player won a large payout. In theory, anything could be bet onto the wheel at the discretion of the establishment, but most commonly it was gold-pressed latinum, the Ferengi favourite rare metal. In reality, the game of Dabo was created as a background feature, and aside from the general resemblance to roulette, it did not have any true rules. But that has not stopped other media, such as Star Trek Online, from creating a rule set to allow you to play. In this version of Dabo, you can place up to 3 bets on different spaces around the outer edge of the wheel. Lights come on to represent which ones have active bets on them, and you don't have to place a bet on all 3, but the ones you don't wager on remain inert. You can bet up to a certain amount, which in Star Trek Online begins at 100 slips of GPL per bet, but I wouldn't mind betting that there were even sky's the limit style sessions. During this stage, all other players will also enter their bets around the 36 slots around the edge of the wheel. However, the arms of the Dabo wheel cut off 9 of them, leading to only 27 available slots to wager on. The wheel is spun, and when it comes to a stop, a line can be traced from the centre of the wheel to your light around the edge, and the symbols in the column are your reading. Each combination of symbols has a different value, which presumably is memorised by the Dabo wheel's operator, and a payout is made from the accumulated bets. The payout you receive can easily be less than the amount you put in, leading to a loss, but it could also be higher. The 3 symbols act as modifiers to the bet. Basically, if your line has matching colours, you win a small amount in addition to your entry bet. If your line has matching shapes, whether or not there's 3 circles or 1, you get a small winning. If your line has matching numbers of shapes, even if it's 3 of one shape and 3 of another, you get a small winning. The amount won increases with the amount of these that correspond, and if you get matching symbols in the same colour with the same quantity in each ring, then that's the highest payout and when you get to yell Dabo. In addition to this, there are galaxy swirls which act as any symbol, these little ones that increase the payout on the other symbols, and a black hole which matches nothing unless you get 2 black holes. With all the possible matches that can occur, it seems on first glance that you'd stand a very high chance to win, but that is deceptive, as someone far cleverer than me has worked out that on average you'll get back 88.01% of your bet, the rest being siphoned off to the house. However, with the correct lineup of symbols, you could win back 400,000% of your buy-ins, which is a staggering but also incredibly unlikely amount. In STO, its only real use is to convert energy credits into gold-pressed latinum at a slightly less than efficient rate.
Oh wow, you're doing great.
And in universe, I can imagine that this tallies up quite nicely with the Ferengi ideal of commerce. Dabo tables were traditionally staffed by Dabo girls, especially in Ferengi establishments, although this was not always the case. Basically, they were attractive women placed there to watch over the bets, encourage greater spending through flirtatious behaviour, distract and apply peer pressure. Their wages were also rather poor, although the only examples we see is Quarks, and he's neither hardly minted nor a paragon of moral virtue. Moving on from these issues with the Ferengi, or we'd be here all day, the addition of having someone there to encourage you to bet more, offer easy access to alcohol, and on occasion rig the odds was all done to maximise profit for the house. As well as the low odds of success, Dabo wheels were frequently rigged. Although Ferengi bylaws on this are a little unclear, but I think it basically boils down to less don't rig them and more don't let on that they are rigged. It was also common to use gravimetric devices to manipulate the wheels into landing in a preferable position, tipping the odds further. I generally don't condone gambling beyond the occasional pack of Pokemon cards or miniature boosters. I'm not even that huge a fan of loot boxes. Those in the 24th century, however, don't have to worry about their income in the UFP, so they can throw around their latinum as they see fit. I'd prefer a game of Tongo. At least that has a degree of control and skill to it. Thanks for watching this video on Dabo, the space-age not roulette but still a spinning wheel with gambling game seen frequently in Deep Space Nine, and undoubtedly not meant to be such a focused upon aspect of the show, but hey, that's what I do. Thanks again, and until the next video, I've been Rick and I'll see you later. Goodbye.